It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bears and the Colts coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was it. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there.
On the first play,
picking up the fumble.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession with football afterwards. This is a tough. Oh, that's us. Yeah, baby. At the 60. At
the 60. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Stevens. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Stevens setting up to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stevens. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's
the numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's Stevens to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go, baby.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Taylor.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Handoff comes to Montgomery, and he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Well, big plays have been somewhat absent for him in recent weeks, but here's one for his first catch of the game.
Yeah, we've heard the grumblings that he feels like he's not getting the ball enough, not getting a chance to make big plays, the ones that he's capable of making. Well, how about that? A big play early. Maybe that'll get him re-energized, and he'll look to make more of those as this game goes on.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 15 carries, 68 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Now it's Fields. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Stevens now off the play fake. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now Stevens. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Fields. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Indy set to go on offense once more. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Stevens. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The Colts send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. He finds Smith out of the backfield. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have the Bears first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw is Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hines now on the return. Oh, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 2nd down. To throw again, Stevens. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Throwing on 1st down, Stevens. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start our tour out in the city.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Montgomery, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he whips that one incomplete there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Stevens throw into the hands of Pittman here. Stevens. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Stevens setting up to throw it. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st down, it's Fields. Buying time to his left.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Fields. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. Montgomery a 1st down and then some. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up 1st downs. That's what we just saw right there.
Oh, yeah!
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts set to take over here offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Stevens to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing is Stevens. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DJ Wadham. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now Stevens. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think,
and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
The Colts send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards to go on second down. Fields.
Yeah, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Here's Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Now it's Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Stevens. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Here we go.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Stevens. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Stevens. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th quarter deficit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
So the Colts now down 21-10. And time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
All day. Pick it.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
On first down, Montgomery. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They run Montgomery. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Get him, boys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check. 53, Mike. Check. 53.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 10. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
Now it's the Colts' turn. Trailing in this one now. 56 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It got his man complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
A big play there for Indy. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stevens. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. Well, I think the Colts got this. They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
He's going to let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down.